afternoon or even good evening to you all. Yes, welcome. My name is Donato and welcome to today's Daily Donato number 106. And if this was recorded as opposed to live, you'd hear yay from children. Yes, so a very warm welcome. And yes, you're like, I can't get rid of this shirt. Just back, another really hectic day, and I really do appreciate you guys coming back each and every day and just sort of a quick update of what's been happening. You saw the title, Emergency First Aid Course. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I learned on this week's Emergency First Aid course that I went on to. But also a big thank you to all you guys. I mean, Tom in particular, and a lot of people out there who are going to Boston and those who live in Boston. I've had so many people reach out to me. I mean, one of the messages almost made me cry when I was reading it. And it really touches my heart that there's so many of you guys and gals out there who not only watch this, but are so helpful and kind, and it's words are not enough to express my gratitude, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you guys, and thankful for all the positivity and help and support. Whether I get to Boston is another story, but I'm gonna, there's a lot of people. We're all rooting. We're all rooting to get out there. Something will happen, and I'm sure. That cancellation yesterday, I was talking about turning positives into negatives, where I had a poo stop on this race, which for some people can be a negative, but for me it was a massive positive in terms of the ability to get to the loo, get done, get up and get out, which I've never had to do before. So I'm filled with confidence knowing if I feel I've got to go to the loo, I'm just going to get on with it and get to the loo and get on with the race, because I know I can do that. So for me, that's turning a negative into a positive, and I believe the same with this Boston cancellation. Whilst it's a real bummer and we can do all sorts of lectures about corporate greed and all that type of stuff, no time for that. It's a bit like no time for Brexit. I really got no time to discuss that kind of nonsense. Leave it to the politicians and all that kind of stuff. I'm here to talk about real stuff that affects us in real and every day, whether it be running, life and everything. So yes, so Boston, something positive will be coming of this. Whether I get there or not, it's almost becoming material. So many positives have come out of this. It's just amazing, and I've been touched by so many across all the platforms that I'm on. I didn't know people could find me on some of the platforms. Some platforms I don't really use that much at all, and I saw some messages from last weekend. So obviously things have been beavering about and people have been watching. I think it's almost up to 1,000 views. It's one of my most viewed videos, and the comments, over 100 comments, as I often joke about, and it may be a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, tongue is firmly in cheek, about this channel. What you're watching right now is the most interactive YouTube channel on the internet. I nearly said, but YouTube is on the internet. Yeah. Are you with me? Are you with me? Anyway, right, so swiftly moving on. First aid. Now, these are foil blankets that were often given at the end of a race, aren't it? So I folded. Yeah, folded. My teeth haven't got in properly yet. I folded this nicely and kept this. This is one of the foils. So I'm not going to give a full lecture on first aid, emergency first aid. The good news and the course I went on, it was run by a professional, and he works with a lot of in professional sports, in all types of stuff, and the joys of phones. Messages are coming in, hey! So I got to clear that so I can see you guys. Yeah, the good news with this type of emergency stuff that goes on, it is very rare for it to happen. Hopefully, I never have to administer emergency first aid to anyone. And I don't want to see that. I have been in those scenarios. Obviously, when you get to my age, I've seen a few accidents, road accidents and all sorts. I've been involved in road accidents, but won't go into those details. But when you're there first on the scene, having to deal with some things that are really tragic, you just need to keep a cool mind and good head. I'm not here to train you on all that type of things, but some things that I've learned that I didn't really know. So there's just two key things that I want to share with you guys, which may help us going forward in terms of not just if someone's unconscious and they're dying or whatever, and you got to give resuscitation, all that type of stuff. Just some real common sense things, which to me I thought was common sense. So we believe these keep people warm, yeah? The answer's no. What it does is retain the heat of the body at the temperature it's at. So if you find someone who's unconscious and cold and you wrap them round with this, all it does is it keeps them cold because they have no heat. So what the guy said, and he always, these first aiders always have blankets in the boot of their car, or for my American friends, in the trunk of the car. So he gets the blankets out. So you wrap the person with blankets, coats, and then you put the foil over the top of all that. Does that make sense? So it's like a cocoon, and it keeps the warmth of what's in there from the blankets to warm up. So this doesn't warm a person up. When we finish a race, we are hot. So when we put this on is to retain that heat, our body heat, after the race, to stop us getting cold, yeah? So we are hot when, well, I'm hot when I'm running. I don't know about you guys, but hey, when you're hot, you're hot. And the other tip that I learned, and some of you may already know this, and it's about defibrillators. Again, it's something that we don't ever want to have a need to use, but the good news is a defibrillator, the kit, it's even for me, it is totally idiot proof. It has all the instructions. As soon as you open the box, you hit a button to go, and it talks to you. We were going through the training, and it was talking to me, do this, then do that, then do this. The one thing, obviously, when the pads are on and you're about to apply a shock, I think it does tell you, it says clear the area, is everybody clears the immediate area around the person who's going to get the shock. Because if anyone's touching or within contact of the person and the shock goes through, where else is the shock going to go? If someone's touching them, yeah, it's going to go through you as well. But the real big positive I found from a defibrillator is it's so idiot-proof, as I say, even I could use it, is it won't shock the person because it's detecting the person's heartbeat or how it's beating, or if it's stopped beating, or types of beat, and it will only shock the person if the defibrillator has decided that it needs a shock. Yeah, so if the heart is working in a certain way, it will not shock the person. And also if it thinks it's in another state, then it won't shock the person. So don't be afraid of using it. Don't think you can cause harm with it, because the defibrillator does all the work for us. So to me, that was a real eye-opener, and it's great. There's so many things there. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because this is just a quick live update. So that's what I've been getting up to this week. I'm on with the work and the running around, and of course the training. So I don't know if you guys want to leave some comments below. How's your training going? I'm guessing, Cole, now you're back in England, having done your Barcelona. Did you do a 20-mile recovery run yet? Come on, Cole. Tell us, are you back in the running? Because obviously from what I recall, I know you've got London, and I think you're doing Manchester as well, and you're going for the 100 Club. Leave some comments below. Anyone else out there training for their spring marathon? Is any marathons coming up for you, or half marathons, 10Ks, park runs, anything like that? Leave some comments below, and I'd love to hear from you. And that's it in terms of a quick update. So yeah, quick, short, sharp, a bit like the haircut that I've had, yeah? Quick, short, sharp. Do you like my haircut? Can't get rid of the grey. The grey stays there. Yeah. I know. But I thought I'd go for a bit of a slick back, get ready for the spring, ready to... But boy, oh boy, I'm feeling full of beans and feeling really good. So thank you all again for the amazing positivity that you're all out there sharing, caring. It is amazing, a wonderful world that we live in. And for you guys that helped make my journey on my way to my next marathon, where I'm hoping to get whatever race I'm doing, I'm so determined to get out there and run that sub 2:55 and qualify for Berlin 2020, Berlin Marathon 2020, one of the 6 majors. That'll be my 5th major that I would have qualified for, time qualified, yeah, and so looking forward to that. So yeah, give it a thumbs up, leave some wonderful comments below, and like, share, spread the love across all the internets and the interwebs, wherever we may be. Have a great Thursday evening. Yeah, today is Thursday, the 14th of March. You've been watching Donato, aka the Running Guru, here in the United Kingdom. Thank you. Bye all.